Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Aves Ahmed Husseini, Head of Department, Automation and Robotics Department, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadra. Today, we are going to discuss about some approach which will be helpful for that agricultural processes and in order to improve the performance of the agricultural produces, there are so many aspects. Out of them, the one is solar dryer, through which we can maintain that particular product perishable for the longer duration of the time. So the title of this particular presentation is Swadeshi Innovation in Agriculture. In that we are going to discuss about smart multi-crop solar dryer with IoT and thermal backup for the rural prosperity. Let's moving for the next slide. So what is exactly the proposed solution is? So in that we are going to implement one kind of the solar dryer. It may be a tunnel type of the solar dryer, or it may be that indirect mode in that natural convection or forced convection solar dryer. But for our of sake of convenience, we are going to discuss that tunnel dryer, and it is a forced circulation. Okay, so now we are going to implement that solar drying technology for multi-crops products, like it may be the seeds, it may be the and that particular leafy vegetable, it may be one kind of Ayurvedic product, dry fruit and all. Okay, for that we are going to integrate that solar energy along with the PV integration. That solar heat for the drying, then PV solar power is mostly preferred for the fan and sensors. So it come under that passive kind of the solar dryer. There is no need of the electricity for the working. And when the second important thing related with that particular is recirculation mode. So once we get the ample of the energy, that is thermal energy or heated energy, that heating energy or heated energy is continuously recycled throughout the system through the recirculation pipe. Similar way, we are going to check the n number of the parameters like real-time temperature, humidity, then we can use it for the location and all. Then we are going to provide some kind of the insulated design and the different trays which are made by the SS304 material. Right. So how it solve the problem? So generally the problem statement is there are a lot of the agricultural means steps are there, like pre-harvesting, harvesting and post-harvesting. Once the product is ready, and if we want to increase their perishability, so there are a lot of the techniques, but one technique is that solar dryer. Okay, so it cuts the post harvest loss to 20 to 30%, and we can get that hygienic and uniform the drying with the help of the solar dryer. Then even the without sunlight, the TES, that is thermal energy storage, is one kind of the innovation through which we can improve the life or the temperature, and we can maintain the constant temperature for the longer duration of the time, even though the sunshine is not available. So we can extend the backup up to 2 to 3 hours more, even though the sunshine radiations are not available. Then PV, as we are using that solar photovoltaic system, so there is no need of that active electricity and all. Then we are using that smart automation for sensing the different parameters like humidity, temperature, then intensity of the sun, and all. Then farmer empowerment. With the help of the implementation of this particular technology, it will improve the rural development, rural life by women empowerment, youth empowerment, and that farmer empowerment. So that innovation and uniqueness, what exactly the differentness is. So here we are using that hybrid kind of the solar dryer implemented along with the thermal energy storage technology. Then our system is IoT based solar dryer is there. Then it is affordable and scalable model, and support Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we can produce that and we can utilize it for our local farmers, so they will improve their economical aspects as well. So how it works? So here it get idea on the left hand side, you will get the proposed solution, that is a smart solar dryer. So on the top side, that is the inlet air. The air from the atmosphere will come inside from the butterfly wall initially, and then it will be moved in the drying chamber. In drying chamber, a lot of the trays are there, and these trays are made by that SS304, because we want to protect that particular different commodities and temperature sensitive product with the help of that corrosion and all. So we are going to improve their nutrients value as well with the help of the solar dryer. So it is a, here it look like one kind of the box of the structure, but in case of the actual practice, it is one kind of the indirect mode solar dryer, or we can generally prefer that tunnel type solar dryer. So when we are going to talk about the tunnel type solar dryer, the most important thing is that we are using that UV protected sheet, that is ultraviolet protected sheet. So unwanted, that harmful kind of the radiation will be avoided to entry, and due to that, whatever if we are use that solar dryer for the fruits, then we can maintain their color as well after the drying. After that, there is one important device, that is solar flat plate collector, or you can say it as a solar PV cell. So here it is useful for the working of the different fans. There are two fans are there. So the main function of the fan is to just suck the air from the cabinet and it move towards that thermal energy storage. So after when we just install this particular kind of the solar dryer at 9 to 10 am, if you are loading the product, then of course after 1 p.m. that whatever the air get recirculated, it get heated. And if the recirculation mode is continuously on, because of that, in case of the thermal energy storage, we are kept that different organic material, it will melt, and the phase change of this particular material will be takes place once the hotted or heated air, when it is come in contact with this thermal energy storage material, and the energy is stored in the form of the latent heat. And when the sunshine radiations are not available, and because of the continuous recirculation after sunshine hour, if the low temperature of the air will move, or when it is come in contact with the thermal energy storage material, that PCM material, that is phase change material, dissipate that energy to that air, and warm air get again move out from this particular fan. In this way, the air is continuously moving throughout the particular system. There is another way of that is outlet air, or that outlet air slot is provided. The main purpose of that outlet air is, if suppose some humidity will be arising, then we need to remove throughout the particular chamber, because if some kind of the moisture will remain inside, then it will affect the quality of the product. So for that, that outlet air chamber is also utilized here, right? So in case of the second diagram that is on available on the right hand side, we need that battery and all for the energy storage material, okay, like PV, for the PV purpose. Then we are using that packed bed paraffin wax for the thermal energy storage material. So the maximum temperature will be reached in the solar dryer is around 42 to 45. So we are using such kind of the organic material like paraffin wax in different gradation. It will be melt below that. So we can utilize that particular energy as a in the form of the latent heat, and we can utilize it for the heating the air continuously. So that particular box, that is cabinet, is a one kind of the, it is made by one kind of the metallic or stainless steel or GI sheet, and it get covered by that UV protected sheet or the glass. If we are going to talk about the such kind of the tunnel type solar dryer, so different hardwares are required. In order to implement this particular kind of the concept, we need different hardwares like mechanical related insulation drying chamber. Whatever the drying chamber is there, so it should be airtight and there is no any leakage will be there. So we need to insulate that drying chamber. Then food grade trays are generally preferred. That food grade trays play most important role because it will maintain that quality of the product and it will avoid it from the corrosion. So generally we are prefer that SS304 material, and one kind of the air solar air heater is generally preferred. Then we are using controller, that is ESP32 along with the Wi-Fi module. Then we are using n number of the sensors like temperature sensors, humidity sensors, airflow sensors. Then along with that, for the measurement of the temperature, we are using RTD, thermocouples and load cell as well. Similar way, we need that PV panels and battery arrangement along with the DC to AC converter like that. And generally we prefer the packed bed paraffin wax, and it is one kind of the organic material that we are going to utilize for the thermal energy storage. Similar way, we need some kind of the different softwares like Python and C for working of that Arduino and all, ESP32 model. Then dashboard, we need to visualize the data. For that, we are using Seaborn, Matplotlib along with that Power BI and all. So for the data logging, we are using that SD card, and storage is done with the help of that cloud arrangement. In order to represent the data, we are using that Pandas, NumPy, Jupyter Notebook like that. And for that UI, that is user interface, we are using web-based system, or that mobile dashboard is there for in order to convey the message to the particular farmer. And after that, the methodology, how it works. So we just focus on the requirement and the sizing for what purpose we are going to design the solar dryer. So for that we need to study their analogy, like we need to consider the loading condition of for how much capacity we are going to prepare this particular solar dryer, then what should be the temperature range, relative humidity, and thermal energy storage capacity. And after that we are going to focus on the design concept, that is we need to design the chamber, we need to design the tray, then the distance between the tray, then PV system, TS system, and control system. And after that we need to procure and fabricate the that particular kind of the solar dryer. Similar way we need to utilize that different electronics and softwares, software related things like ESP32 and IoT setup and all. Then after integrating and testing we will get that kind of the model. And after that, the drying trials and data collection is to be done, because in some cases we need to make a trial. If the product get dried in the one day, then there is no issue, but some products are available, they are it require more than one day. In terms of the hour, if we are going to consider the sunshine hour, we can utilize maximum 7 to 8 hours in within the day. But if suppose some products are there like ginger and all, for that we need around 10 to 12 hours. For that we need to utilize the second day as well. And after that, once we get the data about the temperature, then about the humidity, then the time, then the weight, then we can utilize for the analysis and optimization purpose. And after that we are going to prepare that particular kind of the report and performance study. So what kind of the feasibility and viability is? When we are going to talk about the feasibility, it includes technical feasibility, economical viability. Okay, so the operating cost is almost zero because it works on the basic principle of the solar energy, and due to that, the 20 to 30% post harvesting losses are reduces, and the system saves farmers up to 20,000 to 30,000 rupees per 100 farmers annually, within an estimated, that is return of the investment 2 to 3 years. That is the most important thing in that particular kind of the feasibility, and feasibility related with the technical and economical aspects. After that, the potential challenges and risks. So as we are using the solar energy, there is no any kind of the technical challenges there, but the most important thing is that we need to simplify the IoT dashboard, and we need to provide the short training and workshop and printed manuals, and we need to create the hygiene. We need to give the information about the differentiate between that normal solar drying along with the solar drying system to the farmers for their understanding purpose. And what should be the impact and the benefit? And generally that solar drying is mostly preferred for the all kind of the farmers, then villagers, including that youth and women, then food processing industries, agro industries, dairy farming, pharmaceutical industries and all. Then potential impact, so it produce the high quality of the solar dryer, premium markets are generally, so we can export this particular kind of the product. Then it can be utilized to reduce the 20 to 30% post harvesting losses. Then solar powered system is there, so there is no need of the electricity, and it works on that we are implementing that solar dryer related with the SDGs goal. So income stability and women empowerment through that SDGs is play most important role in that. Then create the micro enterprises for the local fruit processing, then new opportunities to export, e-commerce, and organic market. So what kind of the benefit of the solution, it including that social and economical and environmental aspect. So it enables solar drying, that is a green solution, in order to improve the rural life with the help of the solar dryer. Then the second is the shift value downstream, that increasing the income of the villagers and youth and women. Then higher income of the villagers through the processing and value added, that is more important thing again. Then unlock the opportunity for the new product. And area wise, just to take example of the Sangli area. The Sangli area is mostly famous for the turmeric and the grapes and the like resins. So we can prepare that solar dryer for this particular region. Even though in case of the Konkan, it is famous for the copra as well as the fish. So for that purpose, we are going to prepare the solar dryer for these applications like that. And it improve the local food security by preventing the food and seasonal plenty of the season and scarcity. Then after that, it creates the income opportunity for the women beyond the farming. Then it assists the vulnerable children and HIV positive people with the improved nutrition. So these are the different aspects in order to improve the rural life with the help of the solar drying technology. For this preparing the presentation, I just take a help of this particular the different types of the researcher. They are going to prefer the or they are going to prepare a number of the solar dryer related with a number of the various applications. Some solar dryers are related with the leafy vegetable, some are related with the mixed kind, and some are related with that seeds and dry fruits and all. So this is very basic and very important kind of the discussion that we are going to discuss today. So thank you for the patience listening.